we have the choice to be happy or we have the choice to be miserable and sad. Ain't that something? And how is it that we have the choice, but every now and then we choose different? Sometimes we choose joy, maybe I say some of us choose happiness, some choose joy, and then some just choose a little mix every now and then to be a little happy and a little sad. But it's all up to us. And you may not believe that, but your attitude is what take you into different places that you may want to go or may not want to go. I was told that our attitude determines our latitude, our height, how high we will go. Today I give my profound reverence to the Almighty God, Triune, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Beloved, our nation is going through something, but just because our nation is going through something, don't mean that we have to. Amen. Our nation might be in a depressed mode, but that doesn't mean that we have to be in a depressed mode. You know, folk can go, they can be as sad as they want to around you, but the joy of the Lord is our strength. Come on, somebody. The joy of the Lord is our strength. And his strength is in our joy. We thank God for Pastor Smith. We thank God for all of you this morning. I just want to tell you this morning, we used to sing a song that said, don't let the devil ride. Y'all remember that? Don't let the devil ride. What happened? What happened when you let the devil ride?
Yeah, he take over.
What happened? And you know, I don't know who would come up with such a song like that, but it said, don't let the devil. And I, kind of wondered why, if you let it ride, he'll put you out at the bus station. And he'll be riding, and you be walking. Ain't that something? But God wants us to be happy, joyful, and God wants us to be at peace with our fellow man. I will continue to say to us, pray for our nation and our leaders, that the leaders would turn their recognition and realize that the only answer for our nation is in what they say on their money is God we trust. And if we trust God, as the old people say, if you trust him for one thing, trust him for them all. Yes. Amen. I thank God for the mother of our church is here with us this morning. Amen. And she is growing gratefully in age, and the Lord is still allowing her to be among us. Amen? Amen. Amen. Look how she all fixed up this morning. Amen?
She says
that's right. That's right. She fixed up, okay. She fixed up all the time. I'm going to write that down.
She's showing the blessings of the Lord.
Amen. Amen. That's cool. I like somebody that got life in them, because the Bible says we got the Spirit of God in us. Yes. We got breath in us. We got wind. Right. And look, if you got the breath of God moving in you, you ought to learn to praise God with everything that you have. Amen. We ought to learn to magnify God. We ought to learn to bless God. Yeah. Now, I want to say, before I get in the message, I thank God for the Mass. Amen? Amen. Boy, I thank God for the gift that you've given unto the church. I want to tell you something. I keep trying to make sure I wear a mask, because when I go in the store, I can't go pay for my gas unless I got a mask on. Ain't that something? I can't go buy something unless I got a mask on. And I want to tell you, they're trying to flatten the curve, but God is trying to get us before him. Amen? Amen. And he want us flat before him. And we just want to respect our city leaders, especially Ms. Cantrell, in which she's so mindful of life. Amen. And I think that's what her interest is, that we would live and not die because of our ignorant involvement of not respecting that this could happen to any one of us. But I think somebody that showed me, and they could show the city, that if we got our faith in God, if we believe God, then we could not just be within 6 feet, but we'll stay away from sin because we will resist the devil and he'll flee from us. Amen? Let me tell you, a disease comes from the devil. Amen? And he wants us to be sick, and God wants us to be well. Amen? But if we choose, it's our choice. Isn't that something? It's our choice. And some of our people are not choosing life, but they're choosing death. And the Bible says that if you say, well, I ain't chose death, but the scripture says, Romans 6:23 says, the wages of sin is death. So if you choose the sin, what do you choose? But then somebody said, well, you choose life or you choose death. And they said, well, I didn't choose death. Well, you said with your mouth you didn't choose death, but in your heart, it was saying something else. And out of the heart flows the issues through your mouth. Amen? Yeah, out of the heart, the abundance. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Today we thank God, and as I said, I want to be in compliance in doing what our city leaders. If it don't take much for me to do it, I'm going to do what I have to do. You know what I'm saying? And because I want to keep on spreading the word of God. And I believe that one thing the Bible says, do not muzzle an ox. You know, you got to feed him, right? So you got to keep him treading out the corn, right? So you got to keep him working. So whatever it takes for me to keep doing what I need to do, and I want to tell you all, I am energized by the word of God. Amen. Out of all that I feel, no matter what it is, the word of God changes everything in my life. Well, today we're going to go to Genesis chapter 28, verse number 10. And I'm going to ask somebody to start reading it. Genesis 28. And we want to talk about today an experience. An experience at Bethel.
Genesis chapter 28, verse 10. And Jacob went out from Beersheba and went toward Haran. And he lighted upon a certain place and tarried there all night. But the sun was set, and he took up the stones of that place and put them for his pillow, and laid down in that place to sleep. And he dreamed, and behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of God descended and ascended and descended on it. And behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of Isaac. The land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, and to the east, and to the north, and to the south. And all in thee, in thy seed, shall all the family of the earth be blessed. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places that which I have spoken to of thee.
And Jacob awake out of his sleep, and he said, surely the Lord is in this place, and I knew it not. And he was afraid and said, how dreadful is this place? This is none other but the house of God. And this is the gate of heaven. And Jacob rose up early in the morning and took the stone that he had put for his pillar and set it up for a pillar and poured oil upon the top of it. And he called the name of that place Bethel. But the name of that city was called Luz at the first. Father God, we pray that the anointing of you fall fresh upon us.
Yes.
That we would have such an experience even upon this day, that we can share with somebody else what we have that only come from being inside of you. In Jesus' name, amen. You may be seated. I want to talk about an experience at Bethel. And this morning, our message is coming to us because Jacob encountered this fellowship of agreement with his brother by the name of Esau.
Yeah.
And Esau wanted to kill his brother because Esau was actually the oldest, but now because of his decision. Did I talk about that a few minutes? Our decision. Huh? And his decision was to sell his birthright or give it to his brother for a bowl of soup. So if he gave his birthright to his brother for a bowl of soup, that means he was not entitled to his birthright, right? So if he gave his birthright away, then also he was not entitled to the blessing, because the blessing was to be given to the one that had the birthright, and the birthright was the oldest child. So now he was the oldest, but he didn't reverence or respect what he was given to him by God. So he here thought that he could trade one up, allow one to go and get the other, but his father, which was trying to save for him the blessing, ended up giving the blessing to his rightful person. Because God had already said that Jacob would inherit the blessing from God by his mother. But then Israel proceeded to want to give it to Esau, but it says because he was blind and he could not see who he was blessing, and he had a problem because he said that it felt like Esau, but the voice sounded like Jacob, and he was confused. But he blessed him with everything that God had to bless him with. And after he got the blessing, Esau told him, soon as my daddy died, soon as he died, you're going to die. He said he was going to kill his brother after his daddy died. In anger, he was fierce and he was enraged, and he had such built up in him that could cause him to stroke, a heart attack, or explode at any time. So here, Jacob mother says it's not a good environment for you to be here any longer. So his mother sent, let me say this, his mother and father sent him away to Uncle Laban's house. But stay with it, because on the way to Uncle Laban's house, he had an experience, because he stopped in a place that was called Bethel. And in Bethel, he set up some rocks for a pillar. And in stopping and doing so, how many of y'all know sometimes our trouble calls us to do something? And he didn't know when he was going to see the one that he loved so much again. He stopped, and what did he do, y'all? Y'all know what he did? He stopped and he went off to sleep into a trance, and he had a vision. And guess who showed up? God himself. Ain't it good when you got trouble in your life, or when you're going through something, God shows up?
Yes, he does.
It says in the vision, he saw a ladder with the angels going up and down, and God stood over him and showed him a vision. And in the vision, God says, just like I promised your daddy and your grandpa, Abraham, in the same place in which you are, because Abraham has set up an altar in the same place that Jacob is, and God brought him into a vision that he was going to bless his seed. But he stopped in a place by the name of Bethel. And I always say to us, get the message. Get the learning. Because to us, and it used to be to me, Bethel didn't mean nothing but another place. Right? But to Jacob, Bethel means more than another place. Now he has a vision. It used to be a place by the name of Luz, but he changed the name from Luz to Bethel. And why would he change it from Luz to Bethel? Because Bethel means the house of God.
Amen.
Where was he at? Was he inside? Was he in a secure environment? No. He was in a place, Bethel. Bethel, the place Bethel means house of God. Now he's in the house of God in a vision, in a dream, and he's seeing and hearing what God is saying. And when you're in a vision state, you kind of like in a dead state. You're in a slumbering state. You're like in a stuck state. So here he's seeing this vision, and God is speaking to him, and God is telling him what he's going to do for him, and God is showing him not only him, but his seed. Not only him, but Abraham's seed. And it says here, his grandfather being in the same place, having a vision, and God showed him in a vision that he was going to bless his seed. Now he has a the seed, which is a grandson, and he's blessing his seed, and here he's telling him what he's going to do for him, and he don't have anything. All he had was what his daddy gave to him, the blessing from the Lord. Well, what was the blessing that God gave to Jacob, which is a supplanter, a trickster? What blessing does he have that he can say that he has something? I hope y'all was paying close attention to the reading while you were reading, because Jacob left home and I didn't check out his suitcase to see that he had changing clothes.
Amen.
I didn't check out his jewelry box to see how much jewelry he had. But here in the place of Luz that is called Bethel, which is the house of God, all he have is the word that came from his father that said, you're going to be blessed. But how many of y'all know when we got God's word, sometimes it just don't make no sense? He's just saying that. He's only just saying that if you don't believe it. But if you believe what he said, you have more than you think you have.
Amen.
So here, he's in this vision, in this trance, and God is speaking to him, and God is showing him what he's going to do for him. Now, if you don't mind, Jacob is leaving from home on the run from his brother, and God is saying, I'm going to do something for you. I know, y'all would have been just like me. Well, if you was going to do something for me, I'll see you back at home with Mama and my daddy. Right? I had it pretty good. I enjoyed being home. Me and Mama was close. She taught me a whole lot of things. But here, he's leaving home, and God, let's go back to that. God is showing him what he is going to do for him. He's in a vision. Verse 13. Behold, the Lord stood above it and said, come on, somebody. What is it? In other words, if you don't mind, God is introducing himself to Abraham's seed that he might know the same promise that he promised Abraham that's not there, he's going to give to his grandson. He says, and behold, the Lord stood above it and said, I am the Lord, God of Abraham, thy father, and the God of your father, your grandfather, and your father, Isaac. And the land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. He said, the place where you are, I'm going to give it to your children, right? But wait a minute. I know what you would have said. I need it right now, right? Here I am. I don't have anything, and I'm going to my Uncle Lincoln because my brother is threatening to kill me, and I don't have nowhere to go. He said, I will give it to your children, your seed, right? In a vision, he was at a point of movement.
Yes,
A
Lord.
grain of sand is a lot larger than a speck
Of dust.
of dust. You got to really be paying attention to feel a speck of dust in your hand. But a grain of sand, you can do that, and you can feel the sand. And eventually, the sand will turn into a pearl, won't it?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, and thou shalt spread abroad to the west, to the east, to the north, to the south, and in thee and in thy seed shall all families of the earth be blessed. Now, he said, y'all pay attention. He said, inside of you. Others going to be blessed because of what's
In you.
See, we think our blessing is on the outside. Our blessing is not on the out, it is from. My cousin told me one time, it ain't being able to be rich, it's being able to have the formula of being rich. See, some folk got some money, but when the stock market crashed, they're poor. But if they got riches on the inside of them, I don't care what happened to something else. You are still rich inside of him. He says, I am with thee and will keep thee in all places where thou goest and will bring thee again into this land right here. I will not leave thee until I have done which I have spoken to thee of. I'm going to be with you. What a dream to have. Mm-hmm. And it says, after God finished speaking to him, Jacob awakened out of his sleep and says, what? Surely what? Now wait a minute. He said, surely the Lord is in this place. Why wouldn't he be in this place? If the place is named Bethel, which means what? The house of God. If this is the house of God, what do you expect to find God? Now wait a minute, I got to tell y'all something. If you come to the house and God is not in the house and God has left the house, what does that mean? If we have desecrated the house of God, he ain't coming in the house. But if the house is clean and ready for God, guess when he gonna come in?
In the house.
And I'm not talking about the building. See, a lot of times we talking about the building. A lot of times we talking about the edifice. But God does not want to come just in the edifice. He want to come in.
Side of
Look what he says. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done where? In earth. Inside of us.
We the earth.
So now, Jacob has this great experience that he just had in a dream or in a vision, and he saw what God says he gonna do for him. He said, now what I want you to do, he said, I want you to keep going where you gotta go, but you're gonna come back to this place. And let me tell you something. Ain't it something not that just Jacob went to Syria or went to his uncle Laban and came back, but his family and children did the same thing. Well, God says, I'm going to bless your children. Let me tell you something. Abraham was in the land of Canaan. Jacob was in the land of Canaan, which is in the land where Jerusalem is, even before they were ever thought to be a nation of people. And God says to both of them, you're going to have your children to be right in the same land in which you are, and I'm going to bless your children. How many of y'all know some of our children does not respect the blessing
Amen.
that comes from God? Well, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Jacob had children, and God, did y'all read this morning? God was angry with Jacob's children because his children choose to serve idol God.
Amen.
Yeah, so God was angry, and God says, I'm a jealous God. And God says, I will have no. So here in the vision, God wants to be their God. Right. And he said, your
Yes, sir. I am.
I am your God. I'm your father's God. I'm your grandfather's God. I'm the same God.
Yes.
But he says, Jacob, I'm going to bless your seed, and they're going to be not just as the sand, but they're going to be as the dust. And God speaks to us inside of his house. Now, if God tells us to forsake not ourselves of the assembly, if God tells us that he's going to meet us in the house, then what do we expect?
Him to be there.
Huh? Let me tell you something. Not just we expect him to be there, but God is expecting us
To be there too.
God is expecting to meet us,
In the
or
house.
to be there. And when we get there, we ought to have such an experience. How many of y'all know this is something that I don't believe Jacob ever forgot? Even while he was working for Leah, Rachel, whom he loved, all of those 20-some years, he did all that labor for Laban, for his wives. And then after he got what he had gotten, stay with me in 28, chapter 28. Jacob thought that this was such an awesome thing. When he woke up out of his sleep and called the name of the place Bethel, he said, now, if this is really what I'm seeing and experiencing, he says, I'm going to make a vow. He says, verse 20, Jacob vowed a vow saying, if God be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, and what does that mean, y'all? Watch this. Let me read it again. If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread. You mean he didn't pack a lunch?
No. Trust God.
And will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on. What? He says, if God don't do this for me, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God.
Yes.
And you know what he was doing? He was trying God.
Trying God.
To see whether or not he is who he say he is. Is this vision real? Or am I just seeing something? How many of y'all know sometimes we see stuff and it's because we want to see stuff? And some of us don't see stuff because we don't
Want to see.
But Jacob said, if this vision is real, he said, I am making this vow and will say that when I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. And this stone which I have set for a pillar shall be God's. What? So you think, is this house that big or that small? Huh? I like this. I like this. The reason why is because, see, we look at how big the elephant is or how small the elephant is. And Jacob said, I'm putting a stone right here to mark God's house. And it's because I like this. Because when we put God inside of the house, we just saying that God is this small or this large, so we put him in the house. He says, this whole house
Is mine, is
belongs
to God.
to God. And it's because I met God in this house. Beloved, I say when you come to the house, you ought to have a special experience in the house of God. And let me tell you something. I got to say this because somebody else besides me need to hear this. See, when we come to the house and we say, oh, ain't nothing going to happen. And you know what? We just cut ourselves short of what God had for us. Ain't nothing going to happen. Ain't nothing going to change. Ain't nothing going to be different. We just going to go to church. My God. And you know, when we were children, we were just going to church because our parents told us to.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We was going because we was drugged and said, well, you're going to church. But when we got old enough to meet God for ourselves, that if you don't mind, I don't think Jacob is that old. He don't have no children. He's running from his brother. He's in his youth. He's a child. But he got to go. So now he ends up in church. And what happened was, or he ends up in the house of God, now he ends up with an experience that he had met God. And it's different, y'all. It's stupid. It's different because some of us just come and be coming, and some of us come because we have met God. And some of us come because we want to meet God. And some of us come because we need to meet God. How many of y'all know Jacob needed a friend?
Yes, he did. All along.
And John said there's no friend like there's no friend like Jesus. And let me tell you something. You know, sometimes God has to remove some things from around us so we can see him. Sometimes he has to allow tragedy to come in our lives so we can experience. Sometimes some things have to happen so we can know that God is real. So what happens? Jacob the supplanter meets God in his house and says, if this vision is real, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. If God be with me, verse 20, Jacob vowed a vow saying, if God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and raiment to put on, so that I come again to my father's house in peace, then shall the Lord be my God. And this stone, which I have set for a pillar, shall be God's house. And of all that thou shalt give me, I will surely give thee a tenth unto thee. But guess what else he had? He had a vision, but he had some oil. And oil represents the Spirit of God.
Yes.
And after the vision was over, and after all that he had done, he poured oil on the rock that he marked as the pillar that was in the house that belonged to God. Let's go to chapter 35. Because I tell you, if I come to the house, I want to either make sure it's known, or I want to learn something, I want to know something. Don't let me just come in the house and be defeated. But when I come to the house, here now, Jacob had went to Uncle Laman's house, and he's been there for enough years to start a family, have children, have a few animals, made a lot of investments, got married twice. That's been a while, ain't then got married. He had 2 wives. He had 4 wives.
Yeah, you get a concubine with a wife.
Well, they wives too.
Yeah.
Y'all gonna get me in trouble yet. He had 4 wives, some children. One wife, which was Leah, she was having them children left and right. In other words, Leah had 6 children. The 2 handmaids, they had 3 apiece. Rachel, she didn't have none
at the time.
So we're doing pretty good so far. And he had an experience with his uncle Laban that it seemed like he was never going to be successful in his father-in-law's house. But chapter 35 says, God speaks to Jacob and tell Jacob, now we're in chapter 35, and God said to Jacob, arise and go up to Bethel. Don't this sound like the same thing when God says, Pharaoh, let my people go so they can go and worship me? Well, here we have the same thing again. The pattern keeps repeating itself. And God says to Jacob, I want you to go to Bethel. Well, wait a minute. His father wasn't in Bethel. But he told Jacob to go back to the house of God. Why? Why would God keep telling us to go to his house? And I thought about this when I was studying with this lesson. How many times folks say, I don't have to go to church. I can do that at home. But why do he have a designated place? Wait a minute. Did Jacob have to go to Bethel for God to talk to him? I got news for you. He might have not had to go, but he needed to go to Bethel.
Amen.
Sometimes when we are at home or at our designated places, we can't hear God. How many of y'all know when you come to church, you got a reason to turn your phone off? And if somebody called while you're in church and you say, well, I know you called, but I was listening to God, right? And the thing about that is that how many of y'all know we can't listen to somebody else and God at the same time? How many of y'all know that's when God has kicked out the house? Somebody said, Bryan, that don't make sense. Well, God told Adam, don't touch the tree. Don't eat the tree. Not touch it. Don't eat it. I'm sounding like Eve now. Don't eat the tree. And Eve listened to this other guy. I don't want to point to Pastor over here. But Eve listened to the other guy that said, if you eat that tree, you're going to be just like God. Now, what he should have did was gave us some evidence. I ate of that tree. And that would have been evidence, right? But he didn't say that. He just told her, if you eat that tree, you're going to be just like God. You're going to know good and evil. He should have asked, how many times did you eat? And I don't care who it is, the animal, the man, or the animal, both of them got to eat. And Satan never ate of the tree and said, look, I ate of the tree, but he enticed her to do it. But however, Jacob is over at Laban's house, and God tells Jacob, I want you to go back to Bethel. We passed up a lot of stuff, but now Jacob has a lot of cattle, animals, children, a lot of wives. Jacob got a whole lot of stuff. But do y'all remember what happened in chapter 28? Jacob said, Lord, if you feed me and clothe me and take care of me, he said, when I come back, I'm going to give you a tenth of whatever I have. God says, Jacob, it's time to go back to the house. Did he send him back home to his daddy? Or did he first send him back to the house of God? Bethel means the house of God. Stick with me. Stick with me. Chapter 35. Let's start at verse number 1. And God said to Jacob, arise, go up to Bethel, and dwell there. What to do? Man, I tell you, I'm about to jump out of here. He said, go back to Bethel and make an altar. Huh? And I hear we got some sarcastic people. Well, why I couldn't make an altar right here where I'm at? He said, go back to my house, make an altar to God that appeared unto thee when thou fleddest from the face of Esau your brother. Y'all remember I told you why he left? Because Esau was gone. So now, God says, go back to the place where you and I had this conversation so I can remind you that whatever I told you, it shall come. Verse 2 says, and Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, what to do? Man, I tell you, it's chills running all through my body. You know, Jacob told them, what's been working here in Padanaram with your daddy ain't going to work with you in the house of God. He said, y'all been worshiping strange and idol gods, but when we going, you can't take them other gods with you. Y'all remember they put God on the Ark of the Covenant in the house with Dagon? And y'all remember what happened to Dagon? He was dead. He was nothing but a statue. But every time they came back in there, Dagon had lost his hands. He lost his arms. He lost his head. And I can hear Dagon say, please, somebody, get me out of here with him. You know. So he says here, put away the strange gods that are among you and be what? I wish I'm telling you, because some folks can challenge me on this message. And do what?
Clean.
Do what?
Clean.
Be clean. And do what? See, I had folks tell me, oh, they gonna come and they gonna be wearing this and they gonna be like that. And Jacob said, you ain't coming in here like that. Because God don't want to see your stuff. He said you got to change. Now, who would have said to somebody before you come in church, you need to change clothes? We ain't going to do that out. You know what we're going to say? Y'all come on in. Many of y'all can. Come on in. Jacob said, y'all better not come in here because you might not get out alive. You can't do anything any kind of way. You can do that at home, but you can't do that in the presence of God. Some of y'all say, well, if you don't smoke, smoke outside. Well, I can't smoke it. Okay, I ain't fooling nobody. Well, I can't smoke inside. It's just like smoking out. No, you can't do that in here. You're going to kill all of us. Well, the same thing God said. If you come in here any kind of way, you're going to kill all of us. If y'all make God mad, he might get everybody in here. But we don't reference God no more. I'm almost finished. I ain't picking. I got to tell you, though. He says, put away your idols. Take a bath, get clean, and put on some proper clothes. And let us arise and go up to Bethel. Again, I keep stressing, let's go to the house of God, and we will make there an altar unto God, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went. He took a journey, went to his uncle Laman's house, and he was a young man, and yet God took care of him the way he went. See, now we can get an airplane and go there in the future. But then they had to travel by walking or by some other type of animal that took them quite some time. So he says, God says, it's time for you. I wish I could talk to New Orleans, New York, New Jersey. I wish I could talk to everybody. God said, it's time for you to come back to the house. Have you not been away long enough? It's time that... Let me go back. Verse number 4. And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was in Shechem. How many of y'all know it was them earrings and stuff that Moses' brother Aaron made that goat with?
Yep.
That calf. That thing that they worship. But I want you to look at something else. Before they got at a distance on their journey to go back, Jacob's father-in-law said that Jacob had taken his gods and he checked everybody for his gods. And one of his daughters, by the name of Rachel, the pretty one, Rachel said, well, I'm in my time of month and I can't get up. And guess where the God was at?
Underneath her. Underneath
We'll
her.
get into that one day. Israel, or Jacob knew that she had taken her father's God. But in doing so, she might as well gave her father his God, because when they got ready to go to Bethel, they stopped under an oak tree. And Jacob buried all of their gods and their clothing under the tree and told them, this is as far as we can go with what we have. I wish I could get somebody to understand. It don't take a whole lot of us to do nothing.
Yes, Lord.
But it takes some of us with the same mind, heart, and spirit
Yeah.
to come together upon one accord, and we can do all things through Christ. We so bad it because everybody else is doing it. Beloved, wide is the way that leads to death and destruction. But the righteous road, you see a traveler every now and then. Jacob says, let's go back. I'm going to try now. I'm going to keep you going. Under an oak tree in Shechem, he buried their God and their clothing. Verse 5 says, and they journeyed, and the terror of God was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. Why? How many of y'all know if God is pleased with you? What you say? He will make even your enemy to be
Your footstool.
I said, be pleased with you. Now, good thing you got rid of all those gods and stuff, because if you wouldn't have got rid of them, it would have told on you. Verse 6 says, so Jacob came to Luz, which is the place that is called now Bethel, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, and he and all the people that were with him, and he built there an altar. I told you I'm almost finished. He built, y'all remember I told you he put oil on the rock? Well, now he's back at the rock that he poured oil on, and he builds a what?
Altar.
Well, what's an altar for?
Thanks to the Lord.
Huh? He built an altar. An altar is that you build to offer up a sacrifice
Thanks
unto
to the
God.
Lord.
Y'all remember Abraham built an altar, and he built an altar to offer up his son Isaac?
Yeah.
Huh? So now, here is his grandson doing the same thing that his grandpa did. He's building an altar. And let me tell you something. We ought to have our altar with us everywhere we go. Because if we have our prayer life is built upon the altar of our heart, and we ought to be able to pray at any time and ask God for whatever it is that we need. It says, so Jacob came to Luz 6, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, he and the people that were with him, and he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel. Well, here he is, he done renamed it again. It went from Bethel. I tell y'all, when y'all come to church, maybe y'all kid, bring you something to write down with. Boy, I tell you, this is something. Well, what is it? Well, why would he call it El Bethel? Because the word El, E-L, in the Hebrew means God.
Give glory to him.
The word El, E-L, means God. Bethel means the house of God. Well, what is happening? What is happening here? He's in the house of God, but guess who else is in the house?
God.
Oh, come on, somebody. God is in his house. The Bible says the Lord is in his holy temple. Not only is he in Bethel, but he's in the house of God with God. Verse number 7 says, so Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is in Bethel, with him, and he built there an altar and called the place El Bethel, because there God appeared unto him when he fled from the face of his brother. God in the house of God. Now he has an experience with God being in the house. Same place where God met him before. Same place. So he called this El Bethel. But Deborah means in the Hebrew D-E-E. B-E-E. B, not D. B. Deborah means B, but who's Deborah? Deborah is Rebecca's nurse, and the nurse dies. Well, who is that? What has that got to do with it? Well, who's Rebecca? Anybody know who Rebecca is? Rebecca is Jacob's mama, which had a nurse. And the nurse that she had came from Egypt. She was given a nurse while Rebecca and Isaac was in she was given a nurse, and they was asked to leave the land while they were in the place for a famine. So they gave her a nurse, and the nurse has been with him, and now the nurse died, and they take B, which is Deborah, and bury her under an oak tree. Deborah, Rebecca's nurse dies, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak tree, and the name of it was called Alon Batu. And Alon Batu means an oak of weeping. And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram and blessed him. And God said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel, because thy name, and he called his name, but Israel shall be thy name, and he called his name Israel. Why did he call his name Israel? Well, he changed the name to Israel because Israel means strive with God. So he backed into a vision again. A vision, y'all remember that? He wrestled with the angel. And when he wrestled with the angel, he says, the angel told him, it's about daybreak, let me go. Yeah. And the angel threw his hip or his thigh out of place because he said he would not turn loose the angel until
he blessed him.
Till he blessed him, right? So how did he bless him? He blessed him by changing his name. So now from Jacob to Israel, from supplanter to he that has wrestled with God. Now, how many of y'all know that he held on tight, but an angel could take out a whole army of men? But Jacob's faith said that he wouldn't let the angel go.
So he blessed him.
He blessed him, and I keep telling people, well, I'm blessed. Well, how did you get blessed? You are blessed through by the word of God. It ain't by what I have, I am blessed by what God has said to me that I will have.
Amen.
How many of y'all know if he told you you're going to have eternal life, you know you're blessed?
Yes, Lord.
I'm almost finished. Verse number 11. And God said unto him, I am God. How did they meet? Y'all remember when they met and he was in a dream? Chapter number 28, he says, I am the Almighty God, the father of Abraham, the father of Isaac. So now he's back again in his house and he said, God said to him, I am God Almighty, be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy line, and the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land. And you know what I said? God still got the deed.
To everything.
Did y'all get that? Did you get that? God still has. He said, wait a minute. If he gave it to Abraham, and then he turned around and gave the same land to Isaac, and then Isaac and Abraham was gone, he said, now I'm going to give it. Why? Because he still has.
Keep his promises. Yes, Lord.
Verse 13 says, and God went up from him in the place where he talked with him, and Jacob set up a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured, come on somebody. What did he pour? What did he start with? All he had was some oil. When he left home, do y'all remember what he had? So now he's back in Bethel, and what he's doing in Bethel, he pouring some oil. Do y'all remember the woman had something that was called an alabaster box of oil? It was a precious spikenard ointment. And Jacob set a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon, and Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him, Bethel. Why? What was the experience? God is in the house.
God is in the house.
He said, when I left from here and I stopped in Bethel, God was in his house and he talked with me. When I went over to Uncle Laban in Padam Aram, God spoke to me and he told me it was time to go back to the house. I wish somebody could get this. A few months ago, they told us we need to stay home. Guess what God said? If now it's time for you to go back
To the house.
What house is he telling you to go to? Go back to his house. He said, you've been staying at home, but now it's time for you to go to. And I want to tell you something. Whenever you enter into the house of God, you ought to enter expecting an experience with God. So many times we want to know what somebody else going to say. What somebody else going to do. Beloved, I tell you, while I'm sharing the message with you, you ought to be listening for what God has to say to you.
Yes, Lord.
What is he saying? Is he saying anything? And the other part about it, he says, and I shared this a few weeks ago, my sheep know my voice.
Yes, Lord.
They got other people want to get inside your head. But God want to speak to you that you would know his voice and obey what he says to you. And if you don't know his voice, you will be saying, which one? Who said that? Who are you? But he said, my sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. So the voice of God spoke to Jacob, told him to go on to Padam, and after he had been there long enough, he called him out and told him, come back and to Bethel. So he says, now, not only did he come back to Bethel, but he got so excited, he said, this is now El Bethel, because God is in. So I want to say to you all today, anytime you come to God's house, you ought to expect to see God. You ought to expect to hear God. Don't worry about who else is in the house. Your experience with God ought to be special between you and him. Somebody said, well, God told me. And then somebody said, well, he ain't told me that. Don't get confused by allowing somebody else to tell you what thus said the Lord. Beloved, everybody could sit in the room and hear the same message, and when they walk out, they need to have something different. It's because that's what God is doing, meeting the needs of whatever it is that he has to say to the individual person. Don't allow yourself to come and go back without hearing from God. And don't allow somebody else to say something and you not listen for the voice of God. Because how many of y'all know folk come to church and they get mad? He was talking about me. If he was, somebody, the old folks said when you talked about it, you thought of it. At least somebody had you on their mind. When you go back home, you ought to be rejoicing that now, not only I know I done messed up, but God know I done messed up too. And it ain't that the other person know what I did. It's God want to get us into a clean environment that he can have a relationship with us. I'm just about finished. How many of y'all know when we mess up, it's hard to have a good conversation with a straight face? Huh? How many of y'all know that that's difficult? You know, we want to talk, and the old folks say, well, when you're talking to somebody, you ought to look right in their face. And grown folks be like this here. Well, I'm going to tell you, I just don't know. That's because we don't want to face it. I ain't telling on nobody, I ain't talking about nobody. But I want us to be free. Here it is, we can't look at each other because we done messed up. We can't talk to each other because we done messed up. We done made the wrong decision and we don't want to come back and tell somebody we done messed up. Can't have a good relationship. If we can't have a good relationship with each other, how can we have a good relationship with God? Let me tell you something. Before Jacob left home, his father blessed him. Now he get down the road to Bethel, and God secured the blessing that his father blessed him with.
Amen.
The same thing that his father blessed him with, God sealed the blessing. I wish I had a little time. God sealed the blessing. He said, Isaac said, I want to bless you with the corn, with the wine, with the grain. I want to bless you with even elevated over your brother. He said, all of the blessings that I bless you with, and when he get in Bethel, God sealed the blessing and said, I'm going to bless you with everything that you need. it wasn't just that Isaac blessed him, but it was God
It's a blessing of the Lord.
that blessed him. And God gave him. And when he left home, he didn't have nothing. And when he went to Uncle Laman and Padan Aram and came back, when he got ready to leave, looked like he took everything that was in father-in-law Laman's house and brought it all the way back to Bethel.
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't understand how he had more cattle than me.
He was blessed.
How did he leave here with all the stuff? And he didn't just leave with the cattle. When he got ready to leave, he left with his God too. Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm.
He went there with nothing. Went there with the clothes on his back, but when he left, he had everything. Beloved, I said, an experience with God in his house. Amen? So when you leave, no, Pastor didn't jump up and brag up. When you leave, you need to know that if you've been blessed by God, no matter what somebody else say, remind yourself. God said, I'm blessed. I'm blessed in the city. I'm blessed in the field. I'm blessed going out. I'm blessed coming in. Why? Because God said.
I'm blessed.
Don't let somebody turn you around and tell you something else. If God said you're blessed, if they get rid of everybody else and they don't understand why they kept you, it's because you remind yourself, I'm blessed by God. I'm finished. Blessed by his goodness. Saved by his grace. Everybody to your feet.